Hello, lovely viewers. You are most welcome to our channel Poetry Online. In this video, we shall be presenting to you some selected government past questions and answers on the topic Constitution. Kindly subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get updates on all our new videos. Once again, let us assure you of a very interesting discussion. Get ready for this lesson. A draft constitution of a country is usually prepared by A. A legislative assembly, B. An advisory committee, C. A constituent assembly, D. The Bar Association. The correct answer to this question is C. A constituent assembly. A constitution consists of A. Laws passed by the legislature of a country, B. Views of the elites in a country, C. Political aspirations of a country, D. Basic rule by which a political system operates. The correct answer to this question is D. Basic rule by which a political system operates. For a written constitution to function effectively, there must be A. An executive to check the powers of the government, B. A Supreme Court to interpret the fundamental laws, C. A legislature to check the judiciary, D. An executive to check the judiciary. The correct answer to this question is B. A Supreme Court to interpret the fundamental laws. The provision of a constitution may be supplemented by A. Customs and conventions, B. Decrees, C. Pronouncements of the President, D. Statutory instruments. The correct answer to this question is A. Customs and conventions. The procedure for amending a constitutional provision, which is different from that of making ordinary laws, is considered A. Flexible, B. Federal, C. Rigid, D. Unitary. The correct answer to this question is C. Rigid. Which of the following is not a source of constitution? A. Judicial precedents, B. Acts of Parliament, C. Customs and conventions, D. Debates. The correct answer to this question is D. Debates. Which of the following best describes a convention with respect to a constitution? A. It is a law to be enforced, B. It is developed by a process of enactment, C. It is easily broken by people, D. It cannot be enforced by the law courts. The correct answer to this question is D. It cannot be enforced by the law court. All the following are sources of constitution, except A. Statutory instruments, B. Customs, C. Bench warrants, D. Conventions. The correct answer to this question is C. Bench warrant. A provision of a constitution is said to be entrenched when A. It can be changed in the same way as ordinary law, B. It cannot be enforced in the courts of law, C. It is changed very frequently, D. A referendum is required for its amendment. The correct answer to this question is D. A referendum is required for its amendment. A written constitution is defined as A. All the laws passed by a legislature in a state. B. Decisions made by the Supreme Court. C. A single document embodying the fundamental laws of the land. D. The seasonal address of the president written down. The correct answer to this question is C. A single document embodying the fundamental laws of the land. Constitutional conventions are described as A. Laws of a state. B. Regulations on elections. C. The decisions of the court. D. Practice and rules observed in Parliament. The correct answer to this question is D. Practice and rules observed in Parliament. Which of the following is not a source of constitution of a state? A. Statutes. B. Customary laws. C. Authoritative bodies on constitution. D. Criminal laws. The correct answer to this question is D. Criminal laws. A constitutional government of a state means that A. The government is constituted by intellectuals. B. Any one party must be allowed to govern. C. Rules and regulations must be in existence for the governance of the state. D. The decisions of the judiciary should always be accepted by the executive. The correct answer to this question is C. Rules and regulations must be in existence for the governance of the state. Constitutions of pre-colonial African political system were A. Federal. B. Written. C. Unwritten. D. Confederal. The correct answer to this question is C. Unwritten. The fundamental laws of a state, which provides the principle upon which a government is established, is there A. Manifesto. B. Decree. C. Rule of law. D. Constitution. The correct answer to this question is D. Constitution. The body that drafts a new constitution for a state is there A. National Assembly. B. Constituent Assembly. C. Judicial Services. D. Parliamentary Services. The correct answer to this question is B. Constituent Assembly. The pre-colonial West African constitutions were A. Flexible. B. Rigid. C. Written. D. Unwritten. The correct answer to this question is D. Unwritten. One of the sources of a constitution is A. Referendum. B. Conferences. C. Agreement. D. Convention. The correct answer to this question is D. Convention. A constitution is rigid if it A. Can be amended by 2/3 majority. B. Can be amended like an ordinary constitution. C. Can be amended through a special procedure. D. Cannot be amended. The correct answer to this question is C. can be amended through a special procedure. For a written constitution to be effective, there should be A. Parliament to discuss it. B. A Supreme Court to interpret it. C. An Attorney General to defend it. D. A place to preserve it. The correct answer to this question is B. A Supreme Court to interpret it. Which of the following is not a source of constitution? A. Conventions. B. Customary usages. C. Acts of Parliament. D. Parliamentary discussions. The correct answer to this question is D. Parliamentary discussions. A written document embodying the general rules that regulate the functions of government in a state is called A. Legislature. B. Constitution. C. Decree. D. Statutes. The correct answer to this question is B. Constitution. A constitution is said to be flexible when A. Its provisions are known by the ruled. B. Its provisions are scattered in several books. C. Most of its provisions are in one document. D. The process of amendment is easy. The correct answer to this question is D. The process of amendment is easy. A constitution which requires special procedures for its amendment is said to be A. Rigid. B. Flexible. C. Written. D. Unwritten. The correct answer to this question is A. Rigid. A function of a constituent assembly is to A. Delimit constitution. B. Draft a constitution. C. Organize elections in a constituency. D. Pass electoral laws. The correct answer to this question is B. Draft a constitution. Constitutional conventions are usually A. Debated in Parliament. B. Enforceable in court. C. Not enforceable in court. D. De jure legislation. The correct answer to this question is C. Not enforceable in court. Constitutions of pre-colonial African political system were A. Confederal. B. Unwritten. C. Written. D. Federal. The correct answer to this question is B. Unwritten. The entrenchment of fundamental laws in a constitution is aimed at A. Protecting the rights of the head of state. B. Giving judges immunity. C. Guaranteeing the liberty of individuals. D. Giving supreme power to the legislature. The correct answer to this question is C. Guaranteeing the liberty of individuals. An entrenched clause in a constitution is one which A. Guarantees fundamental human rights. B. Can be amended by a special procedure. C. Can be amended by the judiciary. D. Guarantees the right of the Chief Justice. The correct answer to this question is B. Can be amended by a special procedure. Which of the following is a characteristic of a written constitution? A. Is always flexible. B. Gives absolute power to the president. C. Prescribes the distribution of states. D. Cannot be amended. The correct answer to this question is C. Prescribes the distribution of a state. The body that drafts a new constitution for a state is the A. Judicial Service. B. Parliamentary Service. C. National Assembly. D. Constituent Assembly. The correct answer to this question is D. Constituent Assembly. The distinction between flexible and rigid constitution is based on A. Entrenched clauses. B. Separation of powers. C. Interpretation and sources. D. Amendment procedure. The correct answer to this question is D. Amendment procedure. A law made up of non-parliamentary body is called A. Centralization. B. Decentralization. C. Delegated legislation. D. Revolution. The correct answer to this question is C. Delegated legislation. A written document embodying the general rules which regulate the functions of government in a state is called A. A legislation. B. A constitution. C. A statute. D. An executive. The correct answer to this question is B. A constitution. Which of the following is a feature of a constitution? A. Right to live under anarchy. B. Composition and functions of organs of government. C. Revenue appropriation to the central government. D. Procedures for acquiring more territories. The correct answer to this question is B. Composition and functions of the organs of government. The provision of a constitution may be supplemented by A. Statutory instruments. B. A decree. C. Orders from the Council of States. D. Customs and conventions. The correct answer to this question is D. Customs and conventions. Constitution originated from the belief that there is a need for A. Freedom of worship. B. Judicial review. C. Limited government. D. Judicial independence. The correct answer to this question is C. Limited government. The source of constitution includes all the following, except A. Historical facts. B. Judicial precedents. C. Political parties. D. Acts of Parliament. The correct answer to this question is C. Political parties. A constitution mainly consists of A. Conventions of the rural dwellers. B. Law, customs and conventions. C. Attitudes and behaviors of the urban citizens. D. Concept of the government in power. The correct answer to this question is B. Law, customs and conventions. One merit of unwritten constitution is that it is A. Flexible, B. Rigid, C. Comprehensive, D. Ambiguous. The correct answer to this question is A. Flexible. A constitution is said to be rigid when A. All the chapters are written in one book, B. People obey the constitution with rigidity, C. Special procedures are followed for amendments, D. A constituent assembly drafts the constitution. The correct answer to this question is C. Special procedures are followed for amendments. Which of the following is not a characteristic of a written constitution? A. An orderly procedure for amending the constitution. B. More flexible than an unwritten constitution. C. Arbitrary use of power by government officials. D. Quick decision and lawmaking. The correct answer to this question is A. An orderly procedure for amending the constitution. An advantage of a rigid constitution is A. The provision of a bicameral legislature. B. That is easily adaptive to meet changing circumstances. C. That it can only be amended by the President. D. The entrenchment of the provision of fundamental human rights. The correct answer to this question is D. The entrenchment of the provision of fundamental human rights. A constitution is the collective will of the A. People, B. Soldiers, C. Judges, D. Police. The correct answer to this question is A. People. Which of the following is a function of a constitution? It A. Controls the powers of government and its agencies. B. Controls the government and its relationship with pressure groups. C. Enables government to collect taxes. D. Enables government to form political parties. The correct answer to this question is A. Controls the powers of government and its agencies. The guiding principles upon which a state is administered are found in A. Charter, B. Manifesto, C. Treaty, D. Constitution. The correct answer to this question is D. Constitution. A constitution is said to be rigid when A. It is adopted by many countries. B. Only judges can interpret it. C. It has a special procedure for its amendment. D. It is unstable for homogeneous society. The correct answer to this question is C. It has a special procedure for its amendment. Which of the following is a feature of a constitution? A. Recognition of coup d'etat. B. Procedure for succession in a state. C. Procedure for election rigging. D. Type of government to be operated. The correct answer to this question is D. Type of government to be operated. Ruling a country in accordance with the basic laws of the land is referred to as A. Constitutionalism, B. Transparency, C. Accountability, D. Democracy. The correct answer to this question is A. Constitutionalism. Customs, tradition, and convention constitute a major component of A. Rigid constitution, B. Flexible constitution, C. Confederal constitution, D. Federal constitution. The correct answer to this question is B. Flexible constitution. Rigidity and flexibility are all ways of classifying constitutions based on A. Documentary process, B. Power sharing process, C. Amendment procedure, D. Revenue allocation procedure. The correct answer to this question is C. Amendment procedure. Constitutions with entrenched provisions are A. Flexible, B. Rigid, C. Federal, D. Unitary. The correct answer to this question is B. Rigid. A country with homogeneous culture is likely to adopt A. Bicameralism, B. Unitary constitution, C. Confederal constitution, D. Decentralization. The correct answer to this question is B. Unitary constitution. Which of the following documents guides government to administer a country? A. A statutory instrument, B. A white paper, C. A constitution, D. An administrative ordinance. The correct answer to this question is C. A constitution. Which of the following is not an advantage of an unwritten constitution? A. It is flexible, B. No ease for reference, C. It can be changed quickly, D. Easy to interpret. The correct answer to this question is B. No ease for reference. The rigidity or flexibility of a constitution is mainly related to its mode of A. Adoption, B. Operation, C. Amendment, D. Acceptability. The correct answer to this question is C. Amendment. A feature of a written constitution is that it A. Can be altered at will, B. Is contained in various documents, C. Encourages dictatorship or tyranny, D. Is contained in a single document. The correct answer to this question is D. Is contained in a single document. Constitutions ensure all the following, except A. Change of government by force, B. Certainty of rules in a country, C. Limitations of political powers, D. Protection of citizens' rights. The correct answer to this question is A. Change of government by force. Which of the following sources of constitution cannot usually be enforced in law courts? A. Acts of Parliament. B. Conventions. C. Habeas corpus. D. Mandamus. The correct answer to this question is B. Conventions. Customs and conventions are an important source of a constitution because they A. Are derived from ancestral heritage. B. Are practices that become precedent. C. Remain written aspects of the traditions of society. D. Contain key guidelines for governing the people in a state. The correct answer to this question is D. Contain key guidelines for governing the people in a state. A constitution is classified as rigid or flexible based on their A. Methods of court rulings. B. Process of constitutional amendment. C. Procedure for writing new constitutions. D. Forms of constitutional injunctions. The correct answer to this question is B. Process of constitutional amendment. A constitution is A. Set of regulations and customs. B. Body of doctrines and principles. C. Set of principles and customs. D. Body of rules, regulations, and conventions. The correct answer to this question is D. Body of rules, regulations, and conventions. A feature of a rigid constitution is that it requires A. Amendment by the judiciary. B. 1/3 majority for the amendment. C. Special amendment procedure. D. The votes of the electorate for amendment. The correct answer to this question is C. Special amendment procedure. Which of the following countries operates an unwritten constitution? A. Britain. B. USA. C. Japan. D. Canada. The correct answer to this question is A. Britain. The fundamental principles and conventions by which a country is governed is referred to as A. Constitutionalism. B. Rule of law. C. Separation of powers. D. Constitution. The correct answer to this question is D. Constitution. In modern politics, the functions of each organ of government is defined by their A. Cabinet. B. Civil service. C. Chief Justice. D. Constitution. The correct answer to this question is D. Constitution. Conventions are mostly used by states that have A. A large number of illiterates. B. A lot of people not interested in political activities. C. Unwritten constitution. D. Rigid constitution. The correct answer to this question is C. Unwritten constitution. One advantage of a flexible constitution is that it A. Can lead to dictatorship. B. Can easily be manipulated. C. Is best suited for federation. D. Can be amended by a simple majority. The correct answer to this question is D. can be amended by a simple majority. A constitution that requires a complicated procedure for its amendment is A. Rigid, B. Flexible, C. Written, D. Unwritten. The correct answer to this question is A. Rigid. The decisions reached at political conferences can be a source of A. Constitution, B. Plebiscite, C. Gazette, D. Hansard. The correct answer to this question is A. Constitution. The body of fundamental principles stating the way a country is governed is called A. Constitution, B. Judicial precedents, C. Capitalism, D. Decree. The correct answer to this question is A. Constitution. A rigid constitution is best suitable for A. Federal government, B. Socialist government, C. Unitary government, D. Totalitarian government. The correct answer to this question is A. Federal government. An agreed set of regulations, conventions, and customs by which a country or an organization is governed is the A. Constitution, B. Sovereignty, C. Suffrage, D. Culture. The correct answer to this question is A. Constitution. A constitution is considered to be flexible if it A. Can be amended by a simple majority, B. Can be altered through special procedure, C. Requires two-thirds majority, D. Is difficult to amend. The correct answer to this question is A. Can be amended by a simple majority. A factor that should be taken into consideration when drafting a constitution is the A. Number of able-bodied people, B. Rights and duties of citizens, C. Number of registered voters, D. Level of industrialization. The correct answer to this question is B. Rights and duties of citizens. Which of the following is true about the British Constitution? It is A. Difficult to amend, B. Partly written and unwritten, C. Federal in nature, D. Wholly documented. The correct answer to this question is B. Partly written and unwritten. The fundamental law of a country refers to as A. Acts of Parliament, B. Conventions, C. Constitution, D. Judicial precedents. The correct answer to this question is C. Constitution. A country's constitution could be derived from the following sources, except A. Judicial precedent, B. Customary sources, C. Statutory sources, D. Party manifesto. The correct answer to this question is D. Party manifesto. The basis upon which democratic government operates is the A. Constitution, B. Executive, C. Judiciary, D. Legislature. The correct answer to this question is A. Constitution. The basic laws of a country are embodied in A. A constitution, B. A precedent, C. A convention, D. The usage. The correct answer to this question is A. A constitution. Laws, rules, regulations, and principles dealing with how a state is governed is called A. Constitution, B. Bylaw, C. Decree, D. Judicial precedent. The correct answer to this question is A. Constitution. An act of parliament can easily change A. Written constitution, B. Federal constitution, C. Flexible constitution, D. Rigid constitution. The correct answer to this question is C. Flexible constitution. Conventions and usages are rules based on A. Traditions and customs, B. Previous constitutions, C. Legal documents, D. Decisions of commoners. The correct answer to this question is A. Traditions and customs. A constitution performs the role of A. Lawmaking, B. Law enforcement, C. Communicating the ideas of leaders, D. Stating the functions and limitations of leaders. The correct answer to this question is D. Stating the functions and limitations of leaders. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.